Greetings from Conversion Advantage, a elite Google Ads management agency located in Australia. So what I'm going to show you now is how to scale your lead generation with Google Ads. So what we're going to kick off with is just a couple of quick case studies. So here's Pet Insurance Australia, which we've successfully helped increase their sales with 25,000 new customers with our Google Ads program. The next one up is a Nissan dealership. We've helped them increase their new car sales by 30% applying these practices. The next one is shippingcontainers.com.au. They are one of, if not the leading shipping container wholesaler and retailer across Australia, and have a local operation and some international businesses. And we've helped them increase their double their leads with the same advertising budget. Then we have the Out and About Healthcare, which is a mobility scooter business, and they've been going for a number of years, and they've recently been inquired by James Denham and a business partner of his who play in building and scaling businesses, and we were successfully able to help them to increase their sales threefold in the period of 6 months. And they transitioned from being a pure e-commerce operation to going from e-commerce high ticket lead generation, so they could actually get their sales team involved to sell the mobility scooters and actually help educate potential customers in terms of the value programs, the incremental value they offer versus their competitors. So the key thing, that the pattern that comes through all these case studies, that after running Conversion Watch for the last 10 years, we had an enormous agency breakthrough, and we realized that after all the clients we worked with over the last 10 years, we found that 80% of the results of real commercial results, whether it's sales or leads that generated sales, came from Google Ads campaigns and having websites that really convert well. So we then repositioned and reworked all our efforts to focus just on elite Google Ads management, as we knew that was the area that generated the most sales. But when we started doing our research and started having a look at across the market, what do some of the leading brands across Australia, where do they advertise? And you'll see this is from SimilarWeb, which indicates and shows that the Budget Direct, AMI, UE, Allianz, and Remain, that the majority of their traffic comes from Google traffic. So more than 90% of their traffic is from either direct traffic, people going directly to them, or going to organic or paid Google search traffic, and a very small amount comes from social media. If we then go, if you take that and look across even your e-commerce providers, you'll see this very similar pattern. So the foundation of all these case studies and what we're doing here helped us to create a framework which allows us to take all the learnings we've had and build a success framework which helps to scale businesses. So here's the three-step framework, and the first part of the framework is the precision targeting. With the precision targeting, we look at exactly what keywords convert and how do we maximize that to reduce ad wastage. Then we look at programs where we look at our clients to outvalue their competitors. So when we do get the traffic there, we give ourselves the best chance to convert. And the last part of this, to ensure that we've got websites on our books that are actually got high converting website experiences. So what we're going to do is share with you some of the strategies we use across this framework and how that rolls out. There's a total of 20 insights, and across each one of these three pillars, there are specific strategies that we look at, and that's how we get a score out of 100. And then we sort of indicate, we can see where's the area of most potential to fix your campaigns to help you scale your business. So let's start with precision targeting. So precision targeting, and this is the first out of the 20 strategies, and we'll only present a couple of them, but is to ensure that the core of the campaign is going after purchase intent keywords. And if you look at this example, we are going after joint venture agreement to sell that template. If we look at the keywords used, joint venture agreement template, South Africa for the area that we're going after. The third one is for joint venture contract. Now the key thing is that joint venture contract, which is a very similar spot on keyword, didn't generate any sales where the other two did. But that's how close it is in terms of optimizing campaigns. So what we do is we generally look at which keywords are really doing well and then build our strategy around that, and the ones that don't, we shift out, and that's how we manage to ensure that the campaigns don't have a lot of ad wastage. If for instance, here's another example, if you would buy a Kia Picanto, and we look at this, we want to go, the first thing we do is to ensure that we get a really good understanding of the data, what the market demand is, and then depending on the brand or the company strengths, we will then go, right, well, where can we do well? If we get a good offer in market, we will go after Kia Picanto price, for instance, and we'll ring fence those keywords and focus campaign just on that. If we've got great reviews for the dealership, then we can push the more the review angle. So every brand has different strengths, but the key thing here is to go after where the data is, where it's going to be most profitable. The next strategy, once you know which keywords actually convert, you can actually roll that out across on a location basis and actually show which areas, understand what the cost per lead is across every area, and then you can adjust your budget accordingly to ensure that you are driving maximum return in the areas that you want to play in. The SimilarWeb is a fantastic tool to use, but basically what it does is if you want to analyze your competitors and see how much they are spending and what keywords and landing pages they are using, it's a great tool to add to your competitor, to add your keyword research. We use this tool to get a really good market analysis to understand what other missed opportunities there may be in the market, but that's really one of the key elements we do have as an agency, is that we've got a lot of these tools that actually cost quite a lot of money to use them in a combination to get a really good precision targeting strategy in place. The second factor we look at is to ensure that we create high relevant ads that are keyword enriched. So once we know which keywords we want to go after, we actually are then making sure that we are creating our campaigns to look like those keywords. Google rewards relevancy. If you can look at this, you can see that all over the screen for the word car insurance, the top performing brands that are in there have done that very well, and the more you use the word car insurance in case, the more your ad stands out, because Google actually bolds those keywords that actually can help you stand out more than, in this case, than the first place position. So in this case you can see Yui is doing a better job than what Amy is from standing out for that specific keyword. On the right hand side we've got a example of one of the campaigns we are running. You will see the keyword, which is the market's demand, on the left hand side, where we can see for all-terrain wheelchair, we can see there's 320 searches a month. On the right, on the left hand side, and then the right hand side, you will see all the blue highlighted words where we infuse the keywords in. And the reason we do it is that we get higher click-through rates, and we are more relevant to the user when they go out searching to get that pain point and problem solved. The third part is to ensure that we select the right campaign types. Now, contrary to popular belief, that ranking number one is not always the best strategy, because you could be paying significantly a lot more. So if you look at this example, you would see that ranking number one for this keyword could cost you $35 for a single click, and ranking number 4 could cost you $11. Now, if you get 1,000 clicks from each, or 100 clicks from each, you will see the one, when you work out on a 3% conversion rate, the one will cost you $1,100 cost per sale being at the top, and $366 at the bottom. So what we're saying is that when you know what the right bidding strategy, you'll know whether it's good to be number 1 or number 4 in the ranking. Here's the example of a company that we've been working with for many years, where we just simply increased their marketing budget to see, based on the Google recommendations we received, to increase budget, and the opposite happened. The more we spent, the higher our cost per sale went, and there's actually a point of diminishing return which you need to push to understand how far you can push a campaign before it becomes the RO just drops off the cliff. So in this case, actually, by dropping the budget, we were able to sustain the really good cost per sale. But it's not just the case, but it's tripling to get more leads. You want to make sure that you're doing it in an efficient and a really good, putting good strategy behind that. There are now currently a lot of different types of campaigns, because you could be running a search campaign, you could be running a YouTube, and you could be across the entire Google network. The key thing here from a bidding point of view is to ensure that you're working with the strategies that are delivering the highest ROI. So for instance, on the one side you could be running a cost per click campaign, because those are the keywords that convert, and it's best to run a strategy that just ring fences those keywords. On the flip side, you are running maybe a broad match keyword campaign with a cost per lead goal, which is wider, and that generally costs cheaper, but overall gives you also a good cost per lead ratio. But the best way to go by doing this is to actually run a number of different experiments across the different bidding strategies with the right keywords and the right creative to be able to maximize your ROI. So the key thing, I think, to wrap up the precision targeting is that there are a lot of opportunities and efficiency with the right campaign structure, and that's the first thing we look at to ensure that you are getting the best return possible for your money. The second thing is, once you've got the click to your site, you need to work on how you're going to outvalue your competitors, because everyone that is going to come to your site after clicking a campaign is going to actually what value they're going to get. And there are a lot of key strategies that you can do that to give yourself the best chance. And one of the things that we are helping our clients with is to make sure that they firstly know to have an offer awareness, what they are doing versus their clients. So if you don't know what your clients are offering, you could be finding yourself advertising on terms that are never going to give you a return. So if we look at this, you can see both companies are advertising for Nike Air Force One men, and there'll be a cost per click for that. And the one is charging $107, other $109. The one that's charging $170 is going to struggle to beat the cheaper opportunity in the market, and even they get traffic, it'll be difficult to convert. So it's very important to have offer awareness, to know that you have to outvalue your customers. Look at this example. This is the insurance example. One's offering 12 weeks, other one's 6 weeks next to each other. You're probably paying about $10 cost per click. And in this case, the key thing here, if you look at, even if you click on the second ad here that's got 6 weeks, when you click on the homepage, you can't see that you can't even see the offer being repeated, so it could feel like you've actually been baited and then the offer's been removed. But the one thing you want to make sure is that know what the competitors are offering, and you don't always have to be putting out the cheapest or the lowest price. The key thing is to ensure that you explain what value you bring to the table. Here's a company that's done an excellent job where they've got a high price point and they beautifully communicate what it is that makes them different, and then the reason how it actually splits up every area of value that they provide back to the customer. So it gives the customer the opportunity to make an informed decision. So what we say is that when we have to illustrate what value we bring, so a customer can make an educated decision. Russell Brunson has done this really well, and has done this across many different over many years, and he is great at actually communicating what values. And there's a lot of value that a lot of products bring to the table, but there is not always companies always as successful to communicate what value they bring to the table. So this is the new way of scaling businesses, to ensure that you communicate your value at every single level. The guy that's actually been the top guy in the world that teaches on this is a guy called Alex Hormozi. You can go check him out. He's got $100 million offers, and what the core principle that he uses is that somebody should feel like it's a no-brainer when they go into your website, and that is a key thing that we're trying to communicate, and we're getting our customers to do it, and they are doing really well and getting high conversion rates, and their average order values are going up as a consequence of applying these principles. The last leg of the three key strategies is having a high converting website, and I'm only going to touch on one strategy here, but the key thing is to optimize mobile page speed. We found that is the one thing a lot of websites are falling down, and they actually got a very slow mobile page speed, and 60% of traffic, up to 60% of traffic, is coming from mobile devices. So what we are doing, and you can get somebody on Fiverr or on Upwork to help you increase your speed, and that could cost you up to $100, $200. And the key difference here is that, as we can see in this example, is that if the offer was the same and the one's got a much slower mobile page speed, the other one is likely to have a much better conversion rate and a cost per sale ratio. So that's low-hanging fruit. But there are a number of different things you want to look at when you bring somebody to your website. You want to look at the exit offer when somebody leaves. You want to look at retargeting on social media once somebody's been to your website that didn't convert. Most sites convert at 2 to 3%. There's 97 or 98% of people that didn't convert. So you want to retarget and bring them back into your sales funnel. Those are all strategies you want to do across the third leg. So if this has helped you in any way, and you would like to see if you can scale your business or need some help scaling your business, please book a 15-minute discovery call at the bottom of this video, and we'll help you get a custom strategy, and then if it makes sense, it will help you scale your business. So who are we and what makes us different? We have helped many businesses scale with our elite Google Ads management. We have been going for 12 years. We've got advanced specialists. We work with many leading companies. We've got several case studies in across different categories. We've got a proven framework, and we are Australian based. Some of the companies we work with range from big brands such as Adidas, Toyota, and VW, Audi, Ferrero Rocher, all these different brands, large brands, and we've also worked with medium-sized and brands that we've helped them scale from medium-sized to large businesses. So if you want to chat about your business and you would like to book a 15-minute call, please go ahead and do so. And if you think this could help anyone else that you know that's looking to scale or grow their business, please by all means go and share this video. And we hope that you have got some great insights from us. We look forward to catching up with you. Take care. Cheers. Bye.